Hello, how's everyone? I have seasoned, washed my hands, and the first thing I'm gonna do is just season this steak, and I'm just gonna use just a little bit of this buttery steak seasoning because I'm on a low sodium diet, and this will be the only thing that I will season. So I'm just gonna sprinkle about that much, and I'm just gonna rub it around, you all. And if you can see, I have some cornstarch right here. And what I'm going to do is after I finish mixing the steak around and getting the seasoning all over the steak, I'm going to pour cornstarch in this bag and shake it up. And we're going to fry this in cornstarch. And like I said, it's going to be a stir fry. So I'm going to go continue to mix the steak. I'll be back so we can shake the steak up in the cornstarch. Okay, this is what the steak is looking like now that the seasoning has been coated on it. I'll be back so we can shake it in the cornstarch. Okay, as you can see, I have my steak in the Ziploc bag. I have mostly cornstarch, but I have and let the pan heat up because we're going to cook this steak first for our stir fry. And like I said, this is beef steak fry my way. You can make yours however, you want to make it. Okay, you all, let's see. Let's look in the bag and see if it is covered. Okay, so it pretty much looks like most of the steak is covered. Okay, I'm going to shake it a couple of more times, and I'm going to go ahead and get the stove on. I'm going to put it on medium and get the oil hot. I'll be back when it's time to drop these in the oil. I'm currently waiting on this olive oil to get hot, and then we'll drop these steaks. Okay, I think the oil is hot enough. Let's test one and see. Okay, yes it is. So the first thing we're going to do for my beef steak stir fries, we're going to cook the steaks. Then after the steaks, all we have to do is cook the broccoli and we'll be done. I'm going to try to be good and lay these in here one at a time, but more than likely, that's not going to happen. Okay. You all, I'm dropping not cornmeal. I'm dropping cornstarch and flour everywhere. I'll clean it up in between cooking. And no worries, my hands are clean. Okay, you all, I'm going to go and let these cook. I'll be back during the cooking process to show you what it's looking like as it's cooking. Okay, y'all, I think I'm going to go ahead and toss these around right quick. See what they're looking like. And y'all, the goal here is not to get this steak done. We just want it brown on each side. All right, I'll be back when this first batch gets done to show you what it's looking like. Okay, this is what the steak is looking like. And it's finished on both sides, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this first batch out. Remember, you all, the goal here is not to get this done, it's to get these brown because they're going to continue to cook with the broccoli and the onions. All right, everyone, the last batch is done of this steak. So now what I'm going to do is pull it out the pan so that we can cook our onions and broccoli. Okay, you all, I'm going in now with a little bit of olive oil. And you all, I was going to tell you there's no need to wash the pan because you're cooking everything in this one pan. So now, here's my plate of onions and broccoli. And you all, I'm not seasoning my broccoli, but if I were you and you can have a healthy seasoning diet, I would season my broccoli. That'll make it taste real good. Now mine is going to taste good too. It's just going to have less seasoning. So what I'm going to do is just let this broccoli and these onions cook down a little bit. And then when they're done, the next thing we'll do is put together the sauce. So I'm going to let this cook for a few minutes. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. And like I said, you can season your broccoli with whatever kind of seasonings you like. You can also season your steak with whatever kind of seasonings you like. And you all, the plate of finished steak is just sitting right here to the side. And when I'm done, I'll just sit the broccoli to the side as well. And we'll make our sauce and then everything will go back in this pan. I'll be back when it's time to pull this broccoli out. You all, I'm going to add just a little bit of water to this broccoli so that it can kind of steam a little bit. So I just wanted to come in and show you all that. The water will also help to caramelize the onions. Okay, I'll be back once this is done. And I am going to put just a little bit of pepper on this broccoli. This is what the broccoli and onions are looking like while they're cooking. Now, can y'all tell how the onions are turning like goldish color? That's from me putting the water in there. So what they're trying to do right now is to caramelize. So I'm going to let mine cook just a little bit longer because I would like a little bit more caramelization on my onions. Okay, now I'm getting ready to take it out so we can make the sauce. But you can see even some of the broccoli has some of that brown color to it. Okay, you all, I'll be right back so we can get started with this sauce. Okay, you all, I'm adding a little bit more olive oil to the pan to make this sauce. I'm adding a teaspoon. Let me cut this down some. Hang on. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm just going to move this to the side. I'm adding a teaspoon. Hang on. Let me adjust my camera so you all can see what I'm doing. Okay, you all, on that burner, it's popping, popping, popping. So I'm pulling it to the side right quick to get this done. I'm adding a teaspoon of ginger. These are some cubes that I purchased from Aldi's, and each block has a teaspoon of ginger in it. And I didn't open it right, you all. Let me rinse off my fingers. And then I'm adding a teaspoon of ginger. I'm also adding, I just added a teaspoon of garlic. And now I'm adding a teaspoon of ginger. Okay. Now we're going to put this back on the stove. And we're just going to stir this around until we can smell it. Till we can smell it cooking. It becomes, a little more fragrant. And it looks crazy, but you all, it is the equivalent of a teaspoon. Well, at least it tastes like it. Let me cut this pan down super low because that is just popping. Okay, you can see that the ginger and the garlic are golden brown. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to add in some cornstarch water. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to let that cook for a few minutes. Now I can cut it back up. It's not doing all that popping. Okay, I'm also going to add to this sauce a tablespoon of brown sugar. And you all, because I'm making it my way, I will go in and taste what I'm doing. Now for me, I like sweet soy sauce. So I'm going to add some sweet soy sauce. And I can tell you, I think I need to add a little bit more water because the cornstarch is starting to thicken up. And in my hands right now, I have some Worcestershire, however you pronounce it, Worcestershire sauce. Okay. Now let me mix this together. I'm going to add some more water. I'm going to let it cook about 3 more minutes. And then we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients and we will be through. Okay, let me taste this right quick and see. Okay, that tastes good. I want to add just a little bit of honey. So let me grab some honey. And it seemed like I need just a little bit, maybe just a tad bit more of Worcestershire sauce. Okay, you all, I'm going to add a little bit more water and Worcestershire sauce. I'll be back so we can get the other ingredients in here. Okay, you all, I'm getting one other ingredient that I forgot to mention. I'm going to put a little bit of sweet, let me show you, sweet chili sauce in this as well. Just a little bit. Because I like to have a little sweet and a little heat. Okay. Now I'm going to stir this around. Okay, you all, I'll be back in a few minutes when it's time to put the steak and the broccoli back in. All right, you all, I finally got it how I like it. So I also added a little pepper. Now what I'm getting ready to do is to come in with this steak and this broccoli and the onions. Mix this all around. Y'all, it smells so good. But that pepper sauce, the chili pepper sauce, that really makes a big difference in this sauce. But like I said, this is beef steak and broccoli my way. You're free to make yours with whatever kind of seasonings and spices that you like. Okay, you all, I'm going to let this cook on a little bit above medium for about 15 minutes. When I come back, it'll be time for us to eat. But let me take you down in the pot to show you what it's looking like. while it's finishing up. Okay, this is what it's looking like. Beef, steak, and broccoli, and onions. Okay, I'll be back when it's time for the finished plate so I can give you the first bite. Okay, you all, this is my finished plate. Beef, steak, and broccoli stir fry my way. And off to the side, I have a cup of lemonade. Okay, you all, let me go get a fork so I can get ready to give the first bite to you. All right, you all. Okay, we have beef, steak, and broccoli stir fry my way. So let's taste this together. I'm going to give the first bite to you. Okay, now let me taste it. Okay, you all. That's really good. And for me, I'm not missing the salt. Not one little bit. But like I said, you season yours with whatever you want to season it with and whatever seasonings you like. But I would suggest that you season your broccoli. But for me, it's seasoned enough and it's really good. You all, thank you for so much for watching. Please like, share. Ooh, you all, for some reason, I have caught the hiccups. So I hope that I can get this ending out. Okay, you all, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a most wonderful meal. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.